He disappeared when he was just 8 years old. No one searched, no one asked. Everyone thought he just moved away. But 20 years later, the truth came out. He had been there the whole time, in the same room, in the same house, a prisoner. This isn't the plot of a horror movie. This is real. It happened in a quiet American town in the state of Connecticut. His name was George. In 2001, he was just 8 years old. After his parents divorced, he stayed with his father and his new wife, Kimberly Sullivan. On the surface, it looked like a normal family. But behind closed doors, a nightmare was unfolding. George was constantly hungry. Classmates saw him rummaging through trash cans looking for food. He often begged other kids for sandwiches at school. Concerned, teachers called Child Protective Services. They came to the house and found a full fridge, a clean home. Everything looked fine, case closed. George had 2 stepsisters. They lived normal lives, friends, school, cozy bedrooms. George asked to be called simply S. One day, Kimberly filed a complaint with the school. She said the staff was treating S unfairly. Soon after, he was pulled out and homeschooled. The official reason? He was struggling academically. Then, he vanished. First, the neighbors stopped seeing him. Then, the questions stopped too. Kimberly told everyone, he's an introvert, homeschooled, doesn't like people. But inside that house, a living hell. S slept on a bare floor. Sometimes he got 1 peanut butter sandwich a day. Sometimes, not even that. He drank water from the toilet because there was nothing else. He was locked in a small room, no windows, no bathroom, no heat, no light. He used plastic bottles and old newspapers for a toilet. His only possessions, a stack of books and a radio. But even there, S kept trying to learn. He listened to news reports, read newspapers, wrote down unfamiliar words, and searched for their meanings in a dictionary. Summers were unbearably hot, winters freezing cold. No talking aloud, no looking out the window, no right to exist. Days turned to weeks, weeks to months, months to years, 20 years. Sometimes they let him out early in the morning to wash Kimberly's car or take out the trash. His stepsisters, they had normal lives, friends, laughter, bedrooms of their own. He existed in silence. Then, in February 2023, everything changed. George was now 32. That morning, Kimberly let him out, as usual, to wash her car. He wore an old jacket that had once belonged to his father, and in the pocket, he found a lighter. That night, he set the house on fire just to escape. Kimberly saw the smoke and called the fire department. She begged S to come outside with her. He refused. He chose fire over going back with her. When firefighters arrived, they found him inside, covered in ash and barely alive. He weighed just 68 pounds, less than a healthy 10-year-old. He said, "I couldn't take it anymore. I just wanted freedom." Firefighters and police were stunned. The room he was kept in was locked from the outside. The door reinforced with wood planks. The bathroom didn't work. The power barely did. He didn't know who the president was. He didn't know what a smartphone was. He had been frozen in 2001. This wasn't just isolation. It was disconnection from time itself. He admitted he started the fire, and that Kimberly made him wash his face before the firefighters arrived, so he wouldn't look too dirty. He wanted them to see everything. When asked why he never ran, he said he once found a gun in the house and truly believed they'd kill him if he tried to escape. Kimberly Sullivan was arrested. Charges: kidnapping, unlawful imprisonment, and abuse. But she was released. $300,000 bail. No ankle monitor, no house arrest. She claimed, "I was only doing what his father told me to do." But his father died in 2017. So, why didn't she let George go? S was in terrible shape. Severe malnutrition, crumbling teeth. Physical signs of long-term captivity. Neighbors were stunned. She seemed so polite, we never would have guessed. And George is alive. He's now under the care of doctors and psychologists. He's learning to talk again, learning to be around people, learning to live. Local officers even chipped in to buy him personal items. They said, "We wanted him to finally have something of his own." He follows the case on the news, and he keeps asking the same question. Why was I locked away for 20 years? But she gets to walk free. But the real question is, how? How does someone keep a child locked away in a house for 20 years without anyone noticing? Where were the social workers? Where were the teachers? The neighbors? The system? Why, when he became an adult, didn't anyone come for him? This isn't just about one cruel woman. It's about silence, about apathy, about how easy it is to look away when it doesn't affect you. This is a societal failure. And what about you? Do you believe Kimberly was under someone else's control? Or do you think this was her decision all along? Was she receiving benefits for keeping S in the house? Or did she just enjoy the power? And one more thing. Will her daughters face charges too? Because they knew. One of them even showed up at the fire, trying to remove the locks. Let me know what you think in the comments. I read every single one. If these stories matter to you, subscribe. We've got many more real cases coming, and every story matters. Thanks for being here. See you next time.